So the latest Our America with Lisa Ling is titled "A Predator in the Clubhouse," um, which is all about who we can trust our kids with, essentially, and when things go horribly wrong. So the first one, it talks about Donald Fitzpatrick, who was a Red Sox clubhouse manager for decades. He molested Leeronnie Ogletree, or Overtree, I'm not sure, for 8 years, including the very first day Leeronnie showed up to the clubhouse when he was, from 10 to 18 years old. My question is, how is it funny to the professional baseball players that Fitzpatrick was molesting young boys? Because according to one of the players that Lisa Ling contacted on the show, Boyd, I think was his last name, that it was essentially known what was going on, and it was a joke in the clubhouse. So how were all of the players sick in the head? And how did nobody say anything? How was it a joke, by the way, that Fitzpatrick was bringing in all these young black boys and molesting them? How is that possible? Apparently it was just a big joke in the clubhouse. And Fitzpatrick worked for the Red Sox for, for 47 years. And he was finally let go of in 1999 after allegations of pedophilia. However, in the public statement that the Red Sox released, they said that he was retiring. He was retiring, not that he was being let go of because he had molested children. So was this because the Red Sox did not want to look bad for having employed a child molester for nearly 50 years? And if so, it's pretty disgusting. And now, he's 49, Leeronnie, and he's trying to turn his life around because, shocker, he ended up doing drugs. Shocker, he ended up going in and out of prison because he didn't tell anybody about this, being molested for 8 years as a child. And of course, Fitzpatrick never went to prison. Okay, so the other young lady, or the other person that was featured, Kristen Lewis. And so, look at the difference, right? Kristen Lewis now, Moraga, Northern California, a very affluent area. It happens everywhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you live, what race you are, what background. So Dan Witters, a Joaquin Moraga Intermediate School science teacher, molested Kristen Lewis in 8th grade. However, her PE teacher, swim coach, Julie Correa, molested her from 14 to 18 years old for 4 years. Correa rented an apartment for this purpose. Right, get this right, she rented an apartment. Now, she was engaged at this time in her life. She is married now. She was engaged, and she rented an apartment for the sole purpose to bring Kristen there to molest her. She broke into Kristen's house, hid under her bed, in her closet, and forced Kristen to sneak out in the middle of the night, which is, when you're a child, she's not getting any sleep. She's being molested. She's told to lie to her parents. So anyway, this is all horrible stuff, and you can watch the show to see it. But my question is, what do you do as a parent? What do you do with your young son, your young daughter, if you want them to be in sports or other activities? Essentially, you have to be there all the time, or as much as you possibly can, because you never know who to trust. I mean, I don't trust anybody especially someone that I just met that seems nice. No, I'm going to be there for practices. I'm going to be there for meets, etc. But, not every parent can be there. So what do you do? It's just a horrible, horrible, horrible scenario, horrible situation. At least Julie got sent to prison for, I think, 8 years. And Kristen and Leeronnie are able to speak out about it.